Hi guys. All right, this is the video for Tuesday's tutorials. So if you are here for math for tutorials, you are in the right place. So thank you guys again for watching this video, and I apologize that this week is so crazy for me and that I tried to make tutorials happen. We got too much stuff going on. So thank you guys for being flexible. I appreciate it big time. All right, so as you can see, I have started to draw a place value chart. The first thing I want you to do today is practice on your seesaw. I want you to use one of the pages, and I want you to practice building this place value chart. We have got to have this memorized. All the labels have to be in our head. We have to know this. So if I'm starting over here on the right, we learned all about decimals, and we learned that this far side here is called the hundredths. Ooh, hold on, let me move this down. Try this. I ran out of space. It didn't like me. All right, hundredths. We get that THS on the end. Next door is the tenths. Then we have our decimal point. Then we have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. All right, hundreds, tens, ones, decimal point, tenths, and hundredths. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to make your own chart. And then I want you to make sure that you've got this memorized, especially these new things we've added in 4th grade with the tenths and the hundredths. Make sure that you're putting those in the right position. And then what we're going to do, so I'm going to clear this out. Get some new space here. All right, so we're going to clear that out. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some practice. So I'm going to give you some numbers, and we're going to practice putting them into expanded form and expanded notation. So if I give you 326 and 1500ths, your job is going to write this a couple different ways. So one way, is you're going to take this number and you're going to put it in expanded form. So expanded form, we take the value of each digit. So the 3 is in the hundred, so that would be 300, plus the 2 is in the tens, 20, plus the 6 is in the ones, 6, plus the 1 is in the tenths, plus the 5 is in the hundredths. So if you notice here, if the 3 is in the hundreds place, I'm going to put that 3 where if I just wrote 100, then I'm going to put, if there's 3 of them, that would be like 100 plus 100 plus 100, which would equal 300. So 300 plus 20 plus 6 plus the 0.1, that 1/10, plus the 0.05, the 500ths, that would be expanded form. Now, expanded notation, oh dear, expanded notation, this up a little bit, is when we have it written out in the parentheses and we have where we actually got these numbers from. So if I have 300, I'm going to put this in parentheses, and I open it up and I take my first digit and I say, okay, how did I get 300? Well, it's in the hundreds place, so I took 3 and I multiplied it by 100. Okay, 3 times 100 plus, go to your next digit. So I kind of put a little line, not that big. I put a little line under each digit because then I know, okay, I already did the 3, now I'm going to go to the 2. So again, open up, put the 2, I think about the place value, that place value chart, where that is. times, it's in the tens place, so it's times 10. Plus, next digit, 6. Think about where that 6 is located. It's in the ones place, so 6 times 1. And if you notice, when I do that, 3 times 100, that gives me 300. 2 times 10, 20. 6 times 1, 6. So all of these things, when you multiply them together, that's where that expanded form is coming from. They're directly connected. All right, so next digit, I'm at the 1. Now, to get the 1 in the tenths place, I take the 1 just by itself, and then I multiply it by 0.1, and that's what gives me the 0.1. Because remember, whenever you multiply something by 1, you get the same thing. Now here, plus, I'm going to take my next digit, 5, and I'm going to multiply it. Now I want the 1 to be in the hundredths place. So I have to put a placeholder 0, and the 1 goes next door. So 5 times 0.01 is going to give me this 0.05 here that I'm needing. Okay, so all of this comes from when I do this. So this part right here in red, this is your expanded form. And this part right here in purple, this is your expanded notation. Okay, so expanded form and expanded notation. So on your seesaw, I'm going to, number 1, ask that you make a place value chart. Because if you don't have that place value chart memorized, if you don't know that this is the hundreds and the tens and the ones and the tenths and the hundreds, if you don't have that down, you don't know what numbers to write. Okay, the only reason I knew to put 300 was because this is the hundreds place. The only reason I knew to put this 1 in the hundredths is because that's the position the 5 is in. So we have to know that chart in order to put the correct things here that we're multiplying, or the correct values. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, make the place value chart. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to tell me what is the expanded form and what is the expanded notation of the given number that I give you. Okay, so you guys are going to do that with a few numbers, and then make sure you send it to me when you are done, because I want to see and check, and hopefully we've mastered it and we've got it all down, and you don't need any extra practice with that. But if we do need extra practice, no problem. We'll do that next time we meet, or in small group or something like that, okay? All right, so guys, again, I'm so sorry I had to miss tutorials. I love our time together each week, but thank you guys for being flexible and watching this video and doing your activity by yourself this week. So hopefully we don't have to do this again, but thank you again for being flexible. All right, bye guys. See you Wednesday.